and on your ashy knees. She don't with you, bro. JoJo. I bet you understand what JoJo looks like, you guys. JoJo the monkey. The jumping around monkey man.
Wes Watson calls Kevin Holland a weirdo, replying with Kevin Holland saying, "LOL, I call you, but I ain't got your number." Then Wes Watson hits him with the, "I will send you a KFC gift card. How about that?" You're about to quickly find out why that intro was relevant, because we have a massive civil case update for an infamous AMU superstar by the name of Wes Watson. Now, personally, I think he is too scared to pop up on the camera. He has gone quiet on that front. He doesn't make any videos like that, but behind the scenes, he's been dealing with this civil case, and it has truly taken over his mind. Now, this video is going to be a lot of reading, so be sure to pop open your favorite drink, get bubbly with it, and be sure to smash that like button if you want to get in a flow state. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. So the attorney wastes no time and gets quickly to establishing the facts. He asks Wes Watson what current social media platforms you use, in which Wes Watson replies saying, "I just use Instagram." Now they go back and forth establishing which social media platforms he uses, but then he affirms that his Instagram account is Real Wes Watson Fit. Now the attorney is trying to establish these facts. He's trying to establish exactly which social media accounts Wes Watson owns, because you're gonna find out next. Wes Watson says, "I have Wes Watson 1904. I've had so many of them. My main account is that." Yeah. The attorney replies saying, "Do you have any information or data that you have saved that would identify those other social media account names like you just mentioned, Wes Watson 1904?" Then he quickly replies saying, "Yeah, they're in my No, I mean, they get taken down. They get permanently deleted by these people who mess with my accounts. So the account will be banned, and then I wouldn't use it no more." The attorney saying, "Okay, so do you have anything in your either electronically saved or in paper form that would identify any of those other account names like you just mentioned, Wes Watson 1904? Now, Wes has to leave the courtroom for some reason when he says, "I kind of have allergies right now. Do you mind if I blow my nose or get up and use the restroom real quick?" And the court pauses for a short recess. We all know it was not allergies that caused this. It was really the white powder. So let's go on. We know that his account is Wes Watson 1904, which was an alt account, and then he has his primary account. The attorney is trying to do this because he needs to establish the connection of these screenshots that you're about to watch. Well, he says he blocked me quick, and we're about to find out what happened. So Kevin Holland swipes up on Wes Watson's story saying, "Damn, comments off. You go on a rant, then turn to a little kitty cat." Then Wesley Watson replies with, "Comments aren't turned off, you slow MFer. You gotta follow the comment. Got something to say, cry baby?" Holland replies with, "LOL, oh my page, the same way I'm in Miami Thursday. Beach fight, bar fight, house fight, up to you, your way, your city. Oh, and your girl hot." Come on, Kevin, come on. Why are you falling for the fake TED Talks, bro? Come on. Anyway, Wes Watson replies with, "She don't like toads. Nobody does." So we are going to quickly get back to these court transcripts, but I wanted to establish that clip in this video because it's going to become a main topic during this cross-examination process. This was the connection that the attorney was seeking to establish during these cross-examinations in court. He needed to make sure that Wes Watson was connected to this alt account, Wes Watson 1904. So let's proceed with the rest of the video. So we fast forward a little bit in this cross-examination process. This document is over 100 pages long, and I know I'm already going to have to make a part 2 to this video because there's just way too much information to cover. Now, the attorney asks him about this situation that is very infamous in the AMU, in which a random person showed up to Wes Watson's gym and they got into an altercation. Wes Watson and his alpha groupies jumped this guy. Now, the attorney asks him this question: "Are you saying that you didn't invite people to come to that gym for a physical challenge?" Wes Watson says, "Never, never. That's so stupid." So before we read the rest of this, I want to let you know that this is the part of the cross-examination process in which Wes Watson accuses everyone, even you who is watching this video, that you threatened to diddy his child. By diddy, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what I'm saying. saying. I just can't say exactly what I want to say because it's not allowed here on YouTube. Just be aware of what he's accusing everyone of. So he says this: never, never. That's so stupid. Like literally, these people harass me all day, and like they tell me that they're going to unalive my kids. They're going to unalive them. They're going to unalive my wife. They're going to unalive me. And so finally you go like this: just whatever. If you guys want a problem, then come and get it. You know, this is the shit that happens when they come saying they're going to unalive or Diddy your kids. Unalive you all day long. Hundreds of people, thousands of people over time. It is the most obscene thing that we are even talking about this today. That this guy even came and did this shit to me. I am pissed, but I mean, whatever. Like, I guess people can just walk in places, assault people, and have no repercussion. The guy doesn't even get in trouble. What the fuck is this? And then the attorney says, so you agree that you invited people to come to that gym location? Wes says, I didn't invite people. No. Yeah, this part is so batshit insane. I mean, the attorney does not give a shit about how Wes Watson emotionally feels. It really just seems like he's trying to have like a therapy session with this attorney. It's just truly ludicrous. But he bold-faced lied under oath in court. And I hope this attorney actually watches this video so he can use this segment, which I'm about to show next.
Straight up. Straight the up. And everybody who sits there calling him up out, I gave you the address. Don't, if you swear there's going to be an issue about telling gym people or anything, follow me out of the gym. It will just be me. And I will serve you so bad, it'll be the worst thing you ever did. Straight up. Everybody who says, Wes, don't pay attention to the haters. When you guys get haters, I'm going to want you to respond the same way. Smack the shit out these straight up. I'm going to want you to respond the same way because there's too much of this shit going on. If every time someone spoke up, put a negative comment in a comment section, if every time one of these grown-ass men made a gossip video about another man, we all got together and said, the f***'s the matter with you, you gossip girl bitch? Or a negative comment, hey, you f***ing weirdo, you okay? We don't do that shit. None of that. The only shit I've ever talked shit about is people's negative habits. And if they listen to me and they change their negative habits, their lives would change. If we follow you f***ing weirdos and sat there behind the computer dressing up men like girls and shit, then we'd have a massive problem. Making up lies about people's lives so that you're relevant, well, then we'd have a massive problem. A bunch of fairy walking around. So every one of you guys that wants to call me out, 1625 North Miami Road, 9 a.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. weekends. Follow me out of the parking lot, okay? And don't rat and handle your business.
So yeah, obviously right there, it's in black and white what you just saw. He totally invited people to come and meet him. He had an address. Now I stressed the fact a year ago to never go over there, so I'm not held responsible for any of this bullshit. He allowed haters to live rent-free in his head, and he did this weird crash out over and over and over for weeks, begging people to show up. And that's why the attorney said, so you told people to come see you in the gym. Wes says, I didn't tell people. I mean, imagine how stupid this all is. Like that people can go attack a man that they know online that he doesn't know, and I'm going through this. It's foolishness that you guys are even participating in this. Bro literally sounds like he's gonna cry. That's why I was kind of like emphasizing some of the words, but it totally reads like he's gonna cry. It's so crazy that he's just literally lying in court under oath. I mean, I'm sure the penalty is probably really severe for doing that. Maybe you can comment that down below. But this guy is trying to play dumb and it's just not working. The attorney can start to sense the weakness by Wes Watson and starts asking him questions about Wes Watson making threats against people. A question like this saying, do you ever publicly make statements that are directing violence towards somebody? Wes says, no, these are skits, which is interesting because Wes has claimed that he is his truest self. He's his most authentic self on the Instagram. And he even says they're not real. I keep telling you, when you keep trying to use this content against me, it's going to be the same answer. They are skits. They are pattern disruption. All of it is a pattern disruption from the normal content on the internet so we can sell products and services. They are not real. I personally think he's lying. I know that he does exaggerate stuff to get people like pissed off. Like it's just a marketing scheme that he's implemented in his grift or whatever. But he is for sure pissed off most of the time. Like this guy is lying once again, but who could say that I'm shocked? So we fast forward again and we see why that connection was made by the attorney in the beginning of this video, because he starts asking him questions saying, "Who were you calling a toad?" And then Wes says, "There's nothing racial being said." The attorney replies, "Who were you calling a toad? You're saying toad." Wes snaps at him saying, "You don't know slang in the world. Bro, you're like an old white dude from like Florida or something. You're like, how do you do this stuff? You don't even know what people talk about. Dude, like just shut up. It's annoying." And then the attorney says, "Are you saying that toad was not a reference to a black person?" Wes says, "There's nothing racial or anything about any of this. I already told you." The attorney finishes by saying, "Are you saying that toad is not making reference to a black?" And then he gets cut off, right? Wes Watson is literally losing his cool in the court of law, telling an attorney to shut up. That's wild. And then even roast the guy that he's from Florida. Yeah, Wes Watson's living in Florida, you fucking idiot. Like, come on. How dumb is this guy? This is when the court case gets really crazy. Let the crash out begin, because the attorney asks him, "Mr. Watson," and then he says, "No part of it, any of it is racial." The attorney, trying to calm down the situation, says, "Mr. Watson, you have to let me finish my questions, okay?" Wes Watson loses his cool, saying, "You say the same stuff over and over, so it's annoying. Everyone's annoyed with you. You're reaching so hard for something that doesn't exist, and it's annoying. And like, I'm a grown-ass man who has work to do. Like, I'm trying to pay my bills and live my life. You're getting paid for this, not me, homie. So what's up? Just shut up about all of this stupid shit and move on to something that really matters, which none of the things you're gonna bring up matter. None of it. You have a stupid ass case from someone who should be in prison for what he did. So get it the fuck on, Todd." And then the attorney questions him, saying again, "It is your testimony that you use the word toad. Is that not a reference to a black person?" Wes Watson saying, "There's nothing racial that I'm saying." That is a crash out. There's no way that's not a crash out, man. That is so embarrassing. Like, this guy is insulting a attorney in court. I can't believe this shit. I've already said that like twice, but I honestly can't believe this. I think this is actually the craziest crash out because it's in the context of him being at court, and it continues. It gets worse. So Wes Watson has completely lost his cool. He says, "I told you before, toads don't mean anything like that. We already went over this. You're looking stupid at this point. Toads don't mean anything like that. There's nothing racial about me. My stepdaughter's African American, so whatever. I love her. So we're not doing this, bro. You're not gonna paint me as a racist. It's not going to happen." The attorney asks him, saying, "Do you see the words, she don't like toads?" He says, "Listen, MFer, I'm getting sick of your shit. I mean, honestly, I don't have to do any of this if I don't want. I don't have to participate in any of this shit. You need to realize, bro, that the guy you're defending is a piece of shit for coming and starting a fight with me in the gym when I'm just trying to feed my family and help other people. I save lives for a living, okay? I save lives for a living, okay? What does he do?" I just love how the attorney asks him again, "Do you see the words, she don't like toads," at the bottom of the page? Like, this attorney is about straight business. He doesn't give a shit about any of these insults. Honestly, the attorney, being some old dude, is way more of a man than Wes Watson. Like, this guy is just losing his mind in court, and this is gonna be the final transcript we discuss tonight. There's just no way I can pack all of the content from this cross-examination in one video. There are over 100 pages. It's truly crazy. crazy. So the attorney asks him once again, and you are saying that you never made that reference to Mr. Holland about being a toad. Is that what you're saying? Wes says, it doesn't. Even if it was said by me, it's not racist. Bro, you're trying to say it's racist. It's not. He asks, is Mr. Holland black? Wes says, that doesn't matter. There's no racial thing about it. Then the attorney says, so what is a toad? Wes trying to really change the narrative, saying, it has nothing to do with race. The attorney pushing again, what is a toad? Wes now completely crashing out. It's what people call people that are slow. When they are slow, they are a toad. They are slow. They're not black or white or anything. They're slow. They're dumb. Like how I called you slow. I would say Todd's a toad because he's slow. He keeps asking the same thing. It doesn't mean black. It means slow, stupid, dumb toad. Then all he says in response is, okay. Now Wes really just finishes it off with madness by saying, this is actually fun though. I mean, at this point, this part is funny, dude. We can make content out of this. We can make Todd a lot of money, more money than he makes as a lawyer. Yeah, that's an official transcript I just read. This shit is really crazy. That's why the AMU is one of the most entertaining places here on YouTube, because none of this is scripted. This is a real court transcript I read to you guys. I mean, holy shit. I really can't believe it. Well, I'm not gonna waste your time. I really respect you watching this whole entire video. If you were watching it while on the road, maybe organizing some Pokemon cards, maybe folding some laundry, I really appreciate you tuning in. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in a future video. Later.